X-Transbots, in concert with Toy Jojo, released prototype images of their Crack Up B1 figure, their G2 version of Breakdown. This was a TFCon exclusive for $70. Really cool colors. Not for me, but I know people would love getting their hands on this. MMC showed off a prototype of their Incursus figure, their Onslaught homage, at the recent TFCon convention. No release date or price tag have been shown. The figure doesn't really look like it could compare with the Unique Toys or the Zeta Toys version. Kind of weirdly sculpted, but I know there's still people looking for their version of Bruticus. X-Transbot showed off prototype images of their Lock figure, their Cup homage, at the recent TFCon convention. No release date or price tag has been announced. The face sculpt on this is a little bit weird for me, but I think it's got a pretty good alt mode, and it's also got a nice target master. We'll see how this compares with the Fans Toys version. X-Transbots also showed off a prototype of their Herald figure, their Crosscut homage. No release date has been announced. Price tag is $90. This is a repaint of their Savant figure, their Skids homage, and it looks pretty good. Not for me, but I know there's people looking for this guy. Zeta Toys showed off a prototype of their Kronos figure, their Superion homage. Slated for January 28th release for approximately $400 for the whole set. This thing looks really good. The face sculpt, I think there's a chest piece missing here, but overall the sculpt is pretty cool. Fans Toys is also coming out with their own version, so I think I'm going to wait to see how that turns out, but man, a lot of people are going to be excited about this. Make Toys showed off a prototype of their Buster Skywing figure, their IDW Skyfire homage. No release date or price has been announced. With the colored version of this, it actually looks pretty cool. Again, I'm not going to be getting this. I'm not really into IDW, but pretty cool looking figure. I know Make Toys makes some pretty cool stuff. This is in their cross-dimension line, so slightly different than the normal, but I think some people will be looking for this. Fans Toys showed off a prototype of their Hoodlum figure, their Hot Rod homage, at the recent TFCon convention. This is slated for December 2018 release for price tag of $89.99. This clearly shows the face sculpt, which doesn't look too bad. The original pictures weren't looking great, but this is not bad at all. Fans Toys showed off prototype images of their Jabber figure, their Blur homage. No release date or price have been announced, but this thing looks awesome. I can't wait to get this guy. I held out on the Unique Toys version because I wanted this version, and man, does it look good. I love the colors, I love the sculpt, I love the robot mode, the vehicle mode, everything about this looks great for me. I'm excited to get this guy. And shocking the world, Fans Toys showed off prototype images of their Road King figure, their Motormaster homage. No release or price have been announced, but this looks amazing as well. I mean, their figures look so cool. The vehicle mode looks amazing right next to MP10. The robot mode looks pretty awesome. You know, I can't wait to see what this combiner looks like. I'm definitely in on the next Transbots version of Venusaur, but I'm really excited to see how this turns out. It might be years before we get this thing, though. We'll see. Fans Toys also surprised us with prototype images of their Hunk figure, their Brawn homage. No release date or price tag have been announced, but again, this thing looks really good. The sculpt is amazing. Vehicle mode and robot mode both look pretty cool. I'm definitely holding out for this one. There was that Final Victory company that was coming out with this figure, but now definitely holding off until the Fans Toys version. I wasn't a big fan of the Bad Cube just because the transformation was pretty tough, but we'll see how this one looks. So far, looking pretty good. And one other surprise, Fans Toys showed off prototype images of their Dune Rider figure, their Beachcomber homage. Again, no release date or price tag has been announced, but man, what an awesome vehicle and robot mode. Once again, I'm going to have to wait for this figure to come out over the existing X-Transbots Arcos figure. They're on a roll here, but if you look at these numbers, they're up in the 40s, and they're not even through the 30s yet in their releases. So this is probably 2 to 3 years out, maybe even more, especially with their Venusaur combiner coming along. And Hasbro showed off prototype images of their new Studio Series Deluxe Class figures with no release date or price tag announced yet. 3 of these figures are their movie series Devastator figures, and they're kind of weird looking for me. The vehicle modes are pretty cool. They're very accurate to the actual vehicles, but then the robot modes are bizarre to me. But I know there's people who like the movies and they're looking forward to this one, especially the Rampage figure. The robot mode is so bizarre to me. But people who love the movies, I think they're going to be excited about this. They also showed off a few different vehicles, cars that are from the movie series. And again, you know, I'm not a fan of this, but the car modes are looking pretty good. And, you know, I think this is supposed to be a little bit more of a premium line. Not quite masterpiece, but a little cooler. I think people are going to be excited to get these figures.